Hey everybody, this is Tommy G,
And Pete J.
and we are coming to you today from lovely Phoenix, Arizona. There you see Phoenix. We're doing the flyover, Pete. Although, to be honest, we're a little outside the city, about 20 minutes east, somewhere around Apache Junction, Mesa, or Tempe. What Apache Junction? Anywho, welcome to the game. We're hosting another one here today against the Goldcoats, Pete, who used to play in this very building last year before moving out to Oakland.
Yes, sir. And the Goldcoats are off to a pretty good start. They're 3-1 on the young season, and our B Wolves are headed in the opposite direction.
Yeah, boy, 0-4, the only team so far this year without a win. I don't know when they win. I don't know if I'll be happier for the B-Wolves or feel more sorry for the team they beat.
It's a good question. It's a conundrum I'd like to address this evening after the end of this game. Actually,
Yeah, boy. So I mean, it would be a great psychological boost if they could beat a first place team. Though the Gold Coats ahead, they're 3-1. I just took a look at their lineup here. Actually, I'll go there right now myself. If we go to the my team, and not my team, but a other team, which I switch teams. There we go. Left trigger. Go down to the Gold Coats. I'm looking at them. They got a good team here, Pete. They got a lot of. They don't have. They've got a couple A pitchers. They don't have any other A's. They got a lot of B pluses though. They got some really. When you got a team like the B Wolves would do it, they got a lot of contact on their team.
yeah, and that's one of the things that the B Wolves are missing. Actually, I think if we may have to do some adjusting as far as contact goes, but looking at the roster for the Gold Coats, it does seem as though they should be pretty evenly matched. You got to give the nod to the Gold Coats pitching, but their lineup looks kind of similar to the B Wolves, really.
Yeah, that's actually true. I didn't think about the lineup before start, but anyway, looking at today's game, I actually wanted to say something too about the last game. We had, if I'm going to the schedule, Pete, looking at the schedule right now, as we said, the B-Wolves have been woeful in offense. The first game they got one run, second game none, the fourth game one run. There's only one game where they got 6 runs, still lost it. So I knew that offense was a big deal, but I didn't realize how bad defense was. They haven't had a game where they let less than 5 runs in.
Yeah, although I think it's been in drips and drabs. It's that they haven't all come at one time, and it's a couple runs here and a couple runs there. Like you say, with the third game, I don't know how you would classify that because really it was a back and forth. Warblers would go up by a run or two, and the Bee Wolves would come right back, and then the Warblers would go back up by one or two, and that it was 6-6 going into the bottom of the wasn't it the yeah it was 6-6 going in the bottom of
It
the
was the bottom of
ninth.
the ninth. Yep.
Yeah, so it was a two-run home run in the ninth inning that lifted the Warblers to the victory. Um, I agree with you. I think there's been some problems in the field. Because I think the pitching's been relatively good. Like you said, we've struggled because we've really kind of pushed our bullpen to the limits.
Hmm.
But that's what happens when you lose Beavis Ortiz in the second game, in the second inning, and you lose, wasn't it Deshaun Levant? Didn't we lose him in the fourth
Yes.
game in the second inning? I mean, when your pitchers are dropping like that, you got to go to the bullpen early and often, and they're
Yeah.
just not set up. They're not supposed to be played that way. So
Well,
I
that last
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say that last game, it was really all the teeth. They had 4 runs on the board before Jay Baggs came up in the top of the seventh and hit a 2-run homer over the wall. Made it 6-0. At that point, they were really kind of pulling away. The Sharks aren't really known as a home run team. And it was the only one of theirs of the game, but boy, that really put the nail in the coffin. It was just a little while later that Billy LeBoink got the first and only run, bottom of the ninth. It was a good home run over left center, but it wasn't quite timely enough, and that's all they were able to put together, losing at 6-1.
Yeah. I mean, there was only one, I think, was it Benson Rushmore, who kind of got rocked for a multi-homer game. But outside of that, I think we've really kind of kept the ball in the park. So like you say, you're talking about a defensive situations, maybe a misplay on a ball, a fielder out of position, something like that, where it allowed for more missed throws going to the wrong base. you know,
Right.
those types of things that I think wind up hurting the B Wolves. And those are the things they're going to have to, they're going to have to slough those off and turn around and remember that they're a professional ball club, and start
Yeah.
playing that way. But I
Right.
think, for me, it comes down to the offense. Once you can start getting this offense going, once you can start getting some runs on the board first, and stay playing from in front rather than from behind. And I think all that stuff starts to take care of itself. But so far, as you pointed out, 8 runs in the first 4 games as opposed to, what, 24 runs for the opponents. That's just not getting it done, man.
Yeah. Well, the opponents today, the Goldcoats, their second year in the league. They are 3-1 so far. The rotation aces. Not a whole lot of power, some good contact, great rotation, great pen, good defense. So it's going to be tough to score against them. And on the mound, they got starting pitcher Caesar Austin. This is his. He's 0-0. I think I was looking at his stats before, Pete. I think he pitched 6 innings and he barely let anything in. So he's dominant. He's got great velocity, really good junk, and extreme accuracy. He's going to be tough to face off against.
Yeah, he is. This is exactly the person you don't want to be looking at when you're having offensive woes. You do not
Yeah.
want to be looking at Caesar Austin. But he'll be going up against the B Wolves star pitcher Hurley Bender, and he's got very good velocity, excellent junk, and better than average accuracy. He's 0-1 on the season with a 3.6 ERA and a 1.4 WHIP. So this is going to be a battle of the Titans, so to speak, Tommy. It's their A number one pitcher against our A number one pitcher. We're going to throw them out there and see what happens.
Yeah, point of note, the Gold Coast don't actually have any star players on the team. The Beavles have two, but that hasn't really translated to record. The notable players for the Gold Coats, again, who have moved out. Phoenix last year, one of the 5 teams to leave, now coming in from Oakland to try and show the fans what for. You got Beef Thornton at first base. Good power, real good power, really good contact and speed. He's hitting 188 with as an average with 1 home run. S. Ballard in right field. He's locked in. He's got pretty good power. He's got really good contact and good speed. He's on the uptick, so he's hitting 429, Pete.
Holy
And
cow.
then you got G. Pennington at shortstop. She's also locked in. Good power, real good contact, 385 batting average.
Yeah. Those are going to be two hard outs right there. The B Wolves are going to trot out their best and their brightest, and it looks like they're going to have Biggs in left field. He's hitting 250 with a home run. He's a pretty well-rounded offensive player. He's got he's got really good power. He's got a great ability to connect, and if he can get on base, he's got some great speed and can make things happen. Kobe Kingman at first base is a power hitter. He's got all the power you could ever want. He struggles to connect, though, and that's been a problem so far in the early going. And he doesn't have a lot of speed on the base paths. He doesn't really need it, though, if he can get hold of a pitch and hit it with the power that he has. So so far this year he's hitting 0. So that's why he's one of our notable players. Note how he has hit nothing. That's what you want to note right there. And then, of course, Billy LeBoink, the right fielder, I believe he's got better than average power, and he's got he does a great job connecting with the ball. He doesn't have a lot of speed on the base pass, but he's hitting 400 on the season. And I believe, as Tommy pointed out, didn't he hit the home run in the last game?
He did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Left center. Well, there was 2 things I noticed during your speech there. In the lower left, they had the league leaders. Caesar Austin of the Gold Coats has the second best whip in the league.
Oh.
So that's something to consider. And the other thing is the notable players slid off the list. The anchor of the team, Handley Dexter, is not even on there.
Yeah, and he's one of our, as you pointed out, the Gold Coats with no superstars on the team. Beowulf's with 2, but again, Hanley Dexteras is playing so poorly that he slid off the notable players. And Hurley Bender, as you can see, is 0 for 1 with a 3.6 ERA. So 3.6 isn't terrible, except for the fact that you've only scored 4 all season. So it's,
Yeah.
it's about 1.6 more than you're averaging. So yeah, it's tough.
Well, looking at the lineup today, this again, I think we weren't sure. Now here you and I are gonna have to talk and get kind of through this. We were gonna bring in Knox at second base. Isn't that correct? Freddie Knox was going to play second base, which brings Gina Torrens out. Now, Gina Torrens plays second base or shortstop. So I think Dexteras was going to come off shortstop. And Gina Torrens was going to go in there, right? And then Kingman we were going to sit.
Yeah, he has not done well.
And play Dexteras at first.
Okay.
Did we have the outfield was Billy LeBlanc? I think we're keeping him in, right? Buster Biggs was in left field. The only other outfield, Magic Moore. There's a right fielder, Poke Foster. I don't know if Poke plays that secondary position, and he's got better contact. I think we were looking at sitting Magic Moore and going with Poke.
I think that's what we did was we wound up going to our attributes and looking at the contact and then making up our lineup based on who was the best contact hitters.
Yes.
So if Poke Foster has better contact than Magic Moore and he can play center, then I'd go with Poke Foster.
Yes. It's all coming back to me, Pete. And I'm going to tell you right here the batting order for the day. This is published. You got Billy LeBlanc in right field. He's locked in, which is a good thing. We have Gina Torrens shifting from second base over to third base. It's her secondary position. I think she gets a slight dig to the fielding, but she's a great contact hitter. We're better on our team. Hanley Dexteras normally plays first base. He's going to shift over to first base. Now he's tense. He's losing a little bit on contact and feeling it, but that has nothing to do with his position change. He's a utility player. He could play the infield or the outfield. He plays it all three. If he could just tune in here and start hitting. Buster Biggs out in left field. He's doing all right. Freddie Knox is coming in at second base. And Freddie Knox doesn't have a lot of power, but he's got really good contact and speed. So they want to get Freddie Knox out there. Poke Foster's going to come over in center field. Poke's also good contact. Ruby Green's going to stay at third base. Her fielding is down pretty darn bad here, but she's got good contact and power. She's an RBI man. It's just that Bertha Banks is still not 100%.
Okay.
Steve Monstour was going to come in relief catch instead of Johnson Swanson, because Johnson Swanson's not quite 100%. And then Hurley Bender on the bump.
Sounds good. We need some offense. This sounds like an offensive lineup.
A lot of changes. We hope we can do it here. And the crowd's getting ready. They got their shirts on. We may see some Goldcoats shirts out there, Pete, though.
Probably a little left over. And like we said before, I can kind of understand with the way the B-Wolves have gotten off here in the early going.
Well, I tell you. How about their lineup, Pete?
Lineup for the Goldcoats goes a little something like this. Hit it. S. Ballard at right field, Pennington at shortstop, Stewart at catching, Thornton at first base, Delgado at second, Pineda in center field, French at third base, Nielsen left field, and Austin pitching. Nielsen is feeling tense. Coming up in the top of the first, Stefan Ballard, Guadalupe Pennington, and Chevelle Stewart going to face off against Hurley Bender, the B-Wolves superstar pitcher.
Yeah. And they got the dome open today here, Pete.
Oh, it's a beautiful day out there, Tommy.
See if someone can hit it out of here.
There you go. Stefan Ballard hitting .429 on this young season. He's a tough out. Bender looks in, delivers the first pitch of the game, and a smash. And Poke Foster dove in the wrong direction. which is something we were just talking
He's
about.
going for third, and it's going to be a triple right off the bat. Oh, boy.
First pitch of the game. Oh, wow. Guadalupe Pennington, the shortstop, hitting .385, no home runs and 2 RBIs. Stefan Foster at third base after a first pitch triple. That one's inside, ball 1. Bender throws a 4-seam and a 2-seam. That one's low, 2-0. He throws a cut fastball, a slider, and a curve. He's falling behind Guadalupe Pennington. Swing and a miss. Pennington offers at the third pitch and misses. That one's outside, 3-1. Pennington is playing shortstop for the Goldcoats today, and she is locked in. There's a smash foul along the third baseline. Count has gone full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bender delivers. Popped it up. Poke Foster is under it.
Got to throw home.
And the throw home is just late. Stefan Foster was able to cross home plate to give the Goldcoats a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Chevelle Stewart, the catcher, he's batting 100 with a home run and 3 RBIs. That one was high. Ball 1, 1-0. Allen's low, 2-0. Bender has gone to 2-0 against Stewart. Allen's in there for a called strike, 2-1. The pitch fouled off along the third baseline, 2-2. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Allen's outside, 3-2. It only seems to happen when the ball is hit, though. 3-2, 1 out. Allen's fouled off along the third baseline.
He's throwing a lot of pitches here.
Yes, sir. Hurley Bender's delivering his 14th pitch. That one's popped up behind home plate. Steve Monstour is behind, makes the catch for the second out. 2 outs, and Braxton Thornton, the first baseman. He's hitting 188 with a home run and 6 RBIs. How do you hit 188 with 6 RBIs? He had to have hit like a grand slam, right? Because he's got 1 home run. Fouls that one off for a strike. That one's outside. Ball 1, 1-1. As we ponder Braxton Thornton's success without a very good batting average. That one was inside. 2-1.
They're not swinging anything that's not right in there.
No, sir. The Goldcoats are selective hitters. That's how they got the 3-1, Tommy.
Number 52.
Pants Delgado, the second baseman. Pants Delgado is hitting 286. Runner at first does not have a lot of speed. There's a smash foul along the first baseline, 0-1. Delgado is the Goldcoats' second baseman. He watches that pitch go by for a called second strike. Pants is in the hole. That's swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1. But they get one on the board after 2 hits in the top of the first. Coming up in the bottom of the first, Billy LeBoink, Gina Torrens, and Hanley Dexteres. Caesar Austin is the Goldcoats' A pitcher number 1. The A number 1 pitcher.
The right fielder.
LeBoink hitting 400.
LeBoink.
Likes the high pitch. Locked in. Great contact. Ooh, he gets a hold of that one on the upper right side, pushes it foul. 0-1 the count. Another one, same spot. He's handing out souvenirs today, fans. He's quickly 0-2. And Caesar Austin's a K-man. That one he gets a hold of, and it's a line drive in the left field. It's going to land in there for a clean single, Pete.
All right.
Way to go, LeBoink.
Yes, sir. Here we get going something. Speak English. Here we got something going. Gina Torrens hitting 333. LeBoinks does not have a lot of speed on the base paths. I don't see him as a steal threat. That first pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss. Torrens, 1-1. There's a smash into center field.
Oh.
By the center fielder coming in. And LeBoink is able to get back to first. 1 out.
Crikey. Hanley Dexteras, 176, kind of tense, but you never know. Takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Beautiful day for baseball. And Dexteras smashes that into center field, going straight to Pineda, who's going to hold him up at first and second. Pete, we got runners at first and second. This is unusual.
Yes, sir. Buster LeBiggs hit 250 on the season with a home run and an RBI. This would be a nice time for him to come up big. Caesar Austin's delivered his 9th pitch for a swing and a miss by Biggs. 0-1. There's a smash to the second baseman. Makes the throw over to second, over to first for the double play. Coming up in the top of the second, Dunk Pineda, Messiah French, and Peyton Nielsen. Hurley Bender threw 21 pitches in that first inning with a strikeout and given up 2 hits.
Boy, 21 pitches. That's too much, Pete.
Number 39.
Dunk Pineda comes up, hitting 200 on the season with a home run and 4 RBIs. Mostly a contact hitter, the right-hander. Takes first pitch inside, ball 1. They're not going to swing at anything. It's not a strike. I learned that. Crikey. 1-0 the count. Low and outside. Makes it in there for strike 1 apiece. Beaned knockout coffee. Keeping you going today. Inside corner, high fastball, swing and a miss. Maybe the 2-finger. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. He's ahead of the count, but he's got to kind of go at these pitchers. His 25th pitch. The curveball outside corner, or the slider maybe. Way to go. That's our star pitcher there.
Third baseman, number 46.
Yeah, Messiah French, and Messiah French is dangerous, hitting 375. That's pretty darn big. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Top of the second, no score. That one's going to drift fouled on the right side, 0-2. And Bender's doing well getting ahead of the batters here. Closing in on his 30th pitch. Still a lot in the tank. Inside corner popped up. Dexteras is going over for it. Should be able to get it. Oh, cram it. Lost it behind him. Jeez, that's an easy out. Curveball in there. Strike 3. Another K for Bender, Pete. Bender's doing all right here.
67.
Yes, sir.
Peyton Nielsen coming up 133. 2 RBIs in the season. Looking a little bit tense. Normally a little more power than contact. The right-hander pops that one up. Dexteras has this one. Here he is behind first base for the 3rd out. All right.
All right. Freddie Knox, Poke Foster, Ruby Green coming up in the bottom of the second. Caesar Austin threw 10 pitches in the first inning and gave up 2 hits. I'm very happy. I'm liking the way the B-Wolves have gotten to Austin pretty early on. Let's hope they can continue.
The second baseman,
Yeah.
Freddie Knox.
Freddie Knox, the second baseman.
The Knox man. No stats yet. First at bat. Takes his first pitch inside. Ball 1. Good eye, Knox. That one's in there. He liked it, but he swung and missed. Strike 1. 1 apiece. 3rd pitch, he hits it right back to the mound. Austin drops it, but gets it back. Goes him out at first. 1 down.
Poke Foster, the right fielder.
Foster.
He's coming up. He's got no stats either. So Poke Foster stands in against Austin with a smash up the middle into center field for a clean single. Poke Foster standing at first with 1 out.
All right, this will be a success if the Butte-Wolves don't strand him. Ruby Green's 111 on the season with 1 RBI. Ooh, a swing and a miss at a high inside pitch. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. She hits that one down the left side into left field. Another grounder. And Pete, in the same situation we were last time with 2 singles. We have runners at first and second, 1 out. Let's hope it ends a little better this time.
Steve Monstour, the catcher, he's got no stats either, but he's got tends to hit with a little bit extra power against right-handed pitchers. Runners are back. The hit was straight up. Catcher was able to get under it and retire Monstour.
Oh boy! And then here comes Bender, who's not a great contact hitter. He has a little bit of power for a pitcher. Gets a piece of that one, pushes into the dugout. We're in danger. Oh, check swing, but it's a strike. I'm stranding 2 batters. Swinging him at strike 3, and we're done again, Pete.
Well, we're knocking on that door, Tommy. Eventually it's got to come open, right?
Yeah.
Caesar Austin, Stefan Ballard, and Guadalupe Pennington going to face off against Hurley Bender. He's thrown 30 pitches and got 3 strikeouts, giving up 2 hits. Caesar Austin, the starting pitcher, is batting 1,000 on the season. Batting 1, actually, it's 1, right?
Yeah.
That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That's outside. Evens up the count. 1-1. Caesar Austin can make contact and has got a little bit of speed if he can get on base. That one's low. 2-0. 2-1. Austin is known around the league as the K-Man. That's in there for a called second strike. 2-2. Count is evened up. Austin's locked in after his first appearance, which was a victory. There's a foul ball on the third baseline into the bullpen. The dugout. 2-2. That's fouled off along the first baseline. We'll do it again. 2-2. Austin is not going down without a fight. There's a shot into center field. Pope Foster's going to pick it up and throw it into second base. And Caesar Austin standing up first. Stephon Ballard, 1 for 1 with a triple. He's hitting .467 on the season with 2 RBIs. Caesar Austin does not have a lot of speed on the base paths. I don't see him as a steal threat. Ballard fouls that one off along the third base line. That one was high. Ball 1. 1-1. Stephon Ballard popped that one up behind home plate. Steve Monstour is back, makes the catch to retire the dangerous Ballard. Guadalupe Pennington, the shortstop, she's hitting .385 on the season. 1 out. Caesar Austin standing at first. The pitcher standing at first. There's a pop fly into right field. Billy LeBoink is out there calling everybody off. Throws into the cutoff man. 2 outs. Caesar Austin still standing at first. Chevelle Stewart, the catcher, he's 0 for 1, hitting .091 on the season. Stewart tends to favor the high pitch. Lets that one go by for a called strike. Strike 1. That one's in there for a called second strike, and Stewart is quickly in the hole. 0-2. Stewart catching for the Goldcoats. That's fouled off along the first baseline. 0-2. The pitch is popped up to Billy LeBoink in right field, and he's under it and makes the catch to retire the sides. So with the exception of the single by Austin, it was 1, 2, 3. Coming up in the bottom of the third, Billy LeBoink, Gina Torrens, and Hanley Dexteris. Caesar Austin's thrown 20 pitches. He has 1 strikeout and given up 4 hits, Tom.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Billy LeBoink, 1 for 1 with a single. Allen's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. LeBoink is locked in. That's in there for a called second strike. 0-2. There's a shot to the shortstop, Pennington, who picks it up, double pumps, and is able to throw LeBoink out at first.
Jeez. Gina Torrens up 0 for 1, but hitting .313 with 1 home run. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 1 RBI in the season. Takes the first pitch inside for a strike, and boy, Austin's coming right at him here. 25th pitch, another strikeout. He's known as the K-Man, so Torrens has to be careful. Pops that one up down the left side. It's going to drift foul, and no one's going to get there. Thankfully, we got to get Austin pitching here. Ooh, she pushes that one same spot. A little bit more of a line drive. 0-2 the count still. Ooh, she's late on that one, but she hits it to Delgado at second, and they get her for number 2. Doggone it.
Hanley Dexteris. He's a tough out. He's 1 for 1 with a single, hitting .222 on the season. Caesar Austin's up to 28 pitches, make it 29. That one's low, ball 1. That one's fouled off along the third baseline. 1-1, the score. The count is evened up. That one's high, ball 2, 2-1. That's in there for a called second strike. This is a tough out K-Man matchup. And it's Dexteris who grounds to Delgado at second, makes the throw to retire Dexteris. 1, 2, 3. Going into the top of the fourth, Braxton Thornton 1 for 1. Pants Delgado 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and Dunk Pineda 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Bender's thrown 45 pitches. He's got 3 strikeouts and given up 3 hits.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24.
Vance Delgado. I'm sorry, Braxton Thornton. I'm sorry, 235 with a home run. First pitch, a two-finger on the inside corner, strike one. No one will count. Top of the fourth, 1-0 Goldcoats off a error instead. Oh, and that one gets to Bender, and he gets past him. Doggone. He knocked it down and couldn't quite get it.
The second baseman,
And they get another runner on the base. Doggone. Vance Delgado's up now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Not a whole lot of speed at first base. And on a low outside corner, strike one. 0 the count. Hopefully hitting the double play. Inside corner, and that's going to go up the gap in right field, Pete. And both players are going to go forward. Now we got runners at first and second, no outs.
now batting the center fielder, number 39.
Dunk Pineda's 0 for 1, hitting 188. Plays at third base. It's a medium pressure situation. Billy Bender throwing his 50th pitch right here, but he's still got, he anticipated that one. Oh, and Green couldn't get it. Doggone, and she's running into center field to pick it up. Everyone's there. Bases are loaded with no outs, Pete.
Now batting the
Jeez.
third baseman,
Now's where we need some
number
strikeouts.
46.
Messiah French looking tense, 0 for 1. Crowd's on their feet. Curveball, he pops that one up to Monstour, who's going to wave him off. Makes that first out. We're in a good spot here.
Batting the left fielder, number 67.
Peyton Nielsen 0 for 1, also gripping the bat a little bit tight. Fastball low, strike one. 0-1 the count. One down, hoping for that double play. Play at any base. Outside corner a little bit high. Ball one apiece. Pressure's building here. Top of the fourth. Bender hoping to get out of this.
Oh, come on.
Slider misses on the high inside. 2-1. He can't walk him. Pop back behind us here. 2-2. He just needs one more strike. The curveball. Oh, and it's smashed in the right center field, Pete. That's going to be a multi-run hit. And they're going to get 3 runs off that. That's a 3-run dinger to right center field, and it's now 4-0 Goldcoats.
58.
Caesar Austin, 1 for 1 with a single. Leaning back in the box. Flashes bunt, pulls it back, strike one. 1 with a count. We still got a runner at second base. Shows bunt, pulls it back, strike 2. Low pressure now. Lays that bunt down. Bender picks it up and guns him down at first. 2 down, with the runner advancing to third now.
Number 18.
Stephen Ballard locked in 1 for 2 with a triple earlier. He just needs a single to bring in the runner, make it 5-0. Curveball misses inside, ball 1. There's the back to the mound grounder, over to first, to third out. The damage has been done.
Coming up in the bottom of the fourth, Buster Biggs 0 for 1, Freddie Knox 0 for 1, and Poke Foster 1 for 1. Austin's thrown 33 pitches. He's got a strikeout and 4 hits.
Now batting the left fielder.
Goldcoats have gone up 4-0. Buster Biggs 0 for 1 on the day.
He's got 1 home run, and he smashes that one over straight to second base, though. Delgado throws him out. Boy, the Beagles can't seem to hit it anywhere where there's not a person.
Freddie Knox 0 for 1 on the day. Austin's up to 34 pitches. Allen's high, ball 1, 1-0. There's a shot. That's going deep to center. Oh, the center fielder Pineda's under it and makes the catch.
Now batting the center
2 outs.
fielder, Poke
And here comes
Foster.
Poke Foster. 1 for 1 with a single. Maybe Poke could get on base. I don't think he's going to go long. He's not a power hitter. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Second pitch high. Ball 1 apiece. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0. And he hits that one straight to the shortstop, Pennington, with a third out, Pete. Still can't get that run.
Nope. Guadalupe Pennington, Chevelle Stewart, and Braxton Thornton going to face Bender's up at 61 pitches with 3 strikeouts. He's given up 7 hits and 4 runs.
Now batting the shortstop.
So much for the star
36.
pitcher.
Pennington, the shortstop. Yeah, that last inning, like I said, I even got him in this zone, and they were calling him balls. First shot out to Poke Foster in center field. He makes the catch to retire the first batter. Chevelle Stewart, the catcher's up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He likes the high pitch. One out
bet
top
he
of the
does.
fifth. 2 outs. Ground ball back to the pitcher, who picks it up and throws it to Dexter's at the first to retire the second batter. Braxton Thornton, the first baseman. He steps in. He's batting .278 on the season with 1 home run and 6 RBIs. That's popped up behind home plate, not a play. 0-1. Bender delivers. He just taps that one foul along the first baseline into the dugout. Popped up, going back to Billy LeBoink, who's under it, makes the catch to retire the sides. 3 up, 3 down. We're heading into the bottom of the 5th. Goldcoats leading 4-0. Coming up for the B-Wolves, Ruby Green 1 for 1, Steve Monstour 0 for 1, and Hurley Bender 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Austin's thrown 39 pitches with a strikeout and 6 hits.
The third baseman.
Green's 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch from Austin. Shot right to Thornton at first base, who runs it over for himself and steps on the bag to retire Ruby Green.
Boy, it's like grounder practice. Steve Monstour still hitting 0. 0 for 1 on the day. Come on, Monstour. Smashes that one, but it's pushed left. Foul ball. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 5th. The B-Wolves got to put something together here. Breaks his bat on a grounder back to the mound, and it's quickly 2 outs, Pete. Man.
Yes, sir. Hurley Bender 0 for 1. He's hitting 0 on the season. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. That's in there for a called strike. Once again, Cesar Austin at 44 pitches. Ground ball to Pennington. It's short. Makes the throw to Thornton. They retire. 1, 2, 3. We've seen this before from this team, Tom. 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. Pants Delgado, Dunk Pineda, and Messiah French going to step in against Bender, who's thrown 66 pitches. Got 3 strikeouts, giving up 7 hits.
Number 52.
Pants Delgado comes up. He's 1 for 2 with a single earlier in the game. Generally a contact hitter, Pants. Good power too, though. The right-hander. Watches the first pitch outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Inside corner. 2-finger strike. No swing. 1 apiece. Hurley Bender throwing his 69th pitch there. Curveball outside strike. 1-2 the count. Bender still has some gas in the tank, which is good because he needs to let the relievers rest. That pitch misses inside. Ball 2 apiece. That one's low and away, and it's going to center field. Poke Foster running underneath it. Makes the catch. I couldn't tell if he was going to get that or not.
The center fielder.
Yeah, he kind of held up there a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was able to get under it.
Doug Pineda, 1 for 2, I think with a single. He's got that home run earlier in the season. Misses that first pitch inside. Ball 1. Low fastball. He pulls it foul. Strike 1. 1 apiece. Checks on that last one. Infield. Oh, they got the wrong button there. Curveball pops that one up to Dexter, is ranging back a little bit in the shallow right field. Grabs it for the second out. 2 down. All right.
The third baseman, number 46.
Messiah French 0 for 2. Generally good contact here, but looking a little bit tense out there today. Bender throwing a 76 pitch. Inside corner misses. Ball 1 to French. Hitting 333. Takes a slider high. Makes it in there. Strike 1. 1 apiece. 2 outs, top of the 6th. That one's the fastball. Straight to Knox. Line drive. 3 down.
All right, bottom of the 6th. Billy LeBoink 1 for 2. Gina Torrance 0 for 2. And Hanley Dexter's 1 for 2. Cesar Austin's thrown 44 pitches in the 6th inning. He's only got 1 strikeout and 4 hits. I think we got to get him to throw more pitches. Billy LeBoink 1 for 2 with a single, hitting .412 on the season.
LeBoink looking for the high pitch. Gets it, but it's a little too high. Good eye there, LeBoink. 1-0 the count. Second one's in there, and he pushes it foul down the right side. 1 apiece. That one's in there. Oh, he smashes it, but foul down the left side. 1-2. He's behind in the count. That one's right in there, and he just hits a little grounder back to Austin. 1 down.
Gina Torrance 0 for 2, hitting .294 on the season. No home runs, but she's got an RBI. Taking another look at Caesar Austin. There's a shot to Delgado at second. Picks it up, makes the throw to Thornton to retire Torrens. 2 outs.
It's not usually you see Torrance go down 0-3.
That's true.
Dexter's 1 for 2 today. Hopefully going 2 for 3. Swings and misses on the first one, strike 1. Pushes that one foul, strike 2. He's a tough out against a K-man. This will be interesting right here, Pete. That's in there. Oh, low ball one, good eye. That one is pushed down the left side, foul. It's making him do the pitch count. Throwing his strikeout by Dexter's, and he hated that one, man.
Peyton Nielsen, 1 for 2 with a double. Caesar Austin, 1 for 1. And Stefan Ballard, 1 for 3 with a triple. Bender's up at 78 pitches with 3 strikeouts and has given up 7 hits.
Now batting, the left fielder, number
Peyton
67.
Nielsen, the left fielder. He's tense. He's 1 for 2 with a double. 176 with 5 RBIs on the season is Nelson. He takes the first pitch for a called strike. 0-1. That one's outside. 1-1. Goldcoats still leading 4-0 in the top of the 7th. There's a shot.
Hey, Freddie grabs it.
With the diving catch and the throw over to Bender to get him.
Number 58.
Hurley Bender covering first base. 1 out. In steps Caesar Austin, the pitcher. He is on fire right now. That one's low, ball 1. 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1. That's in there for a called second strike. 1-2 with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Bender delivers. That's in there over the outside corner for a called third strike, and Caesar Austin goes down on strikes. Stefan Ballard, the dangerous Stefan Ballard, 1 for 3 with a triple. He's hitting .412. Playing right field for the Goldcoats today. That was anticipated. It's out into the middle. Into left center. And the
right center.
Right center. And
he's going for third. He's going to make it. Another triple.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 36.
Guadalupe Pennington, 0 for 2 on the day. Stefan, whatever his name is, just hit another triple. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1. Guadalupe Pennington. The shortstop, that one's inside. 1-1, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Man at third. There's a ground ball to, no. To Dexterez, who dives, knocks it down, but can't corral it. The runner from third crosses the plate. Make it 5-0 Goldcoats. And the woes continue for these B-Wolves.
No joke,
just
man.
Horrible. Early Bender's at 89 pitches, but again, it's not like he's falling apart. It's a crummy single that first baseman couldn't handle. It just what are you doing?
Yeah.
0-1. That's popped up on the infield. Gina Torrens is covering. She's under it, calling everybody off. That's the third out, but the Goldcoats pick up another run and another hit. Goldcoats 5, B-Wolves nothing. Goldcoats have out-hit the B-Wolves 9-4. Coming up in the bottom of the 7th, Buster Biggs, Freddie Knox, and Poke Foster. Austin's thrown 54 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Giving up 4 hits. Left fielder Buster Biggs. He's hitting .222 on the season. He's got a home run and an RBI. That's in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Biggs is out in front. 0-2. And this is where the K-Man comes to play. A bunt by Buster Biggs, who's thrown out by the catcher for the first out.
Tried to throw him off there, I think. Freddie Knox, who brought in to get some hits. Going 0 for 2 on the day so far. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Austin throwing his 59th pitch, popped it up with good power, but it's really high, and the shortstop comes out. Pennington gets it in shallow center. Quickly, 2 down.
Pope Foster, 1 for 2 with a single. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Austin throwing his 60th pitch for a strike. 0-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Pennington picks it up, makes the throw to first to retire the sides. 1-2-3. Braxton Thornton, Pants Delgado, and Dunk Pineda. Hurley Bender's thrown 91 pitches. He's got 4 strikeouts and given up 9 hits. Goldcoats leading 5-0.
Maybe time to bring in a reliever, Pete. I don't know.
Number 24.
We're in the top of the 8th. I think so. I think we'll go ahead and take a look at what we got.
Boy, I don't think it was a bad pitching game by Bender there. I thought he did all right, but just poor fielding. 5-0 Goldcoats, top of the 8th. Boy, is this a disappointing, almost comical Groundhog Day sort of situation. A lot of motion going on there to the bullpen. Let's see who's going to get the nod. It's a lot of tired pitchers in that bullpen. Braxton Thornton being patient. He's hitting 263 on the season with 1 dinger and 6 RBIs. It was a big one. Looks like Dusty Winder's going to get the nod. He's got good stamina so far, so he's got the most rested. He's got okay velocity. All right, chunk and accuracy. He throws a 4-finger curveball and the changeup. So we're hoping to get him out of the game here. Looks like leading the game also is Pope Foster. Coming in is Benny Balmer to play. This is in right field, I think. No, sorry, center field. A double switch. First pitch, outside corner, check swing. It makes it in there. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. When her second one's inside, popped up into left field. Buster Biggs underneath it. It's up there a long time. It dropped. What the heck was that? Biggs lost it. That ball just dropped right in front of him.
The second baseman.
I can't believe that. What the heck was that? Hans Delgado. You got a man at second base with no outs. What a blank show. Curveball, he pops that one foul. 0-1 the count. Winder doing all right, throwing fast and low, swinging a miss, strike 2. He's ahead of him in the count. We'll see what he does. With his 5th pitch, gets the signal, delivers. Ooh, check swing at the last second, just a little bit high. 2-1 the count. Chewing gum is Delgado. Swinging a miss on a strike 3. There's a good. Dunk Pineda gets in there. He's hitting 222 on the season. I remember what he was for the day. Drifting pitch outside. Couldn't tell. I think that was the changeup. Goes back to second base. Knox tries to grab him. He doesn't get him. Forces the runner back. There's that low strike. Low fastball in there. 1-1-1. Top of the 8th. 5-0. Low pressure. Man on second base. Pineda, the right-hander, standing tall. Watches that one go in there for ball. 2-1 the count. Curveball in there, and he's going to hit that to Torrens, who's going to pick it up and throw him out at first for 2. They need one more, Pete. Messiah French is up. Luckily for the B-Wolves, he's looking a little tense. He's 0 for 3 on the day. The Wolves hope he's going to hit into get himself out. He hits that one straight to Dexter's, who's going to walk that down himself to prevent the run.
All right, coming up in the bottom of the 8th, Ruby Green, Steve Monstour, and Benny Balmer going to face Austin, who's thrown 61 pitches. He's got 2 strikeouts and 4 hits so far in the day. Goldcoats holding on to a 5-0 lead. Ruby Green 1 for 2 on the day with a single, hitting 182 on the season. We're going to have a little bit of change up over here on the Goldcoat side. Leaving the game is Braxton Thornton, the first baseman. Coming in is Splash Good. Splash Good is going to be playing first base. Good does not have is about moderate speed, a little bit better than average fielding, but she's got a very strong arm.
Austin delivers the first pitch inside corner. Ball 1. The man is on fire today, Pete. That one's right in there for strike 1. 1 apiece. That one's popped up at the left side. It's going foul, but underneath it, just French got a piece of it, but dropped it. Here's where the K-Man comes in, Austin, looking for that 3rd strike. And it's hit, line drive straight to Delgado at second base. They can't get it out of the infield, Pete.
No, sir. Steve Monstour 0 for 2 on the day. He's got power versus right-handed pitching. 1 out. There's a shot. That's in the middle. Delgado picks it up, makes the throw to good at first. 2 down.
I don't know what to do, Pete. They can't buy a hit all of a sudden.
I don't know either. This is ridiculous.
Benny Ballmer hitting 250 on the season. Watches the first pitch in there, strike. 0-1. Second pitch just a little bit further inside. Ball 1, 1 apiece. He's going that inside corner, swinging a miss, strike 2. And there the K-Man sets in, delivers. Smash hit Pete to right field, and finally the Beagles are on the board. All right, that one's out of here. Home run. That ball went 403 feet over the right field wall. It's Ballmer's first home run of the year and his first RBI of the season, and preventing the shutout.
All right, Billy LeBoy, 1 for 3 with a single. He's hitting 389 with a home run and an RBI. That's low, ball 1. Caesar Austin delivering a 72nd pitch here for a ball. 2-0. He's fallen behind LeBoy. That's a ground ball to good at first. He flips it over to Austin for the 3rd out. A little bit of fireworks there. We got 1 on the board. Peyton Nielsen, 1 for 3 with a double. Caesar Austin, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And Stefan Ballard, 2 for 4 with 2 triples. Winder threw 11 pitches. And with a strikeout and 1 hit in his 1 inning of work. Nielsen 1 for 3 on the day. He's tense, hitting 167, again with 5 RBIs. How do you hit so crappily and get so many RBIs?
Yeah.
That's in there for called strike. 0-1. Ground ball. Green at third picks it up, makes the throw to first to retire him. 1 out. That was a little bit of a tricky play there, Tommy. Yeah, that one kind of was just a slow roller. Caesar Austin, the pitcher, he's hitting 750 on the season. Style locked in. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1. 0-1, 1 out, top of the 9th. That's in there for called second strike. 0-2, Austin in the hole quickly. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He goes down on strikes. 2 strikeouts, as a matter of fact. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Stephen Ballard, 2 for 4 with 2 triples. He's hitting 444 with 2 RBIs on the season. There's a smash. Torrance again knocks it down, but can't make the play. What is the deal?
I don't know. That's some bad defense.
Yeah, got a single. Luckily, Torrance knocked it down. Otherwise, it would have been a double. Guadalupe Pennington, she's steps in, takes the first pitch for a called strike. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Stefan Ballard's got some speed at first. Swing and a miss. Pennington in the hole, 0-2. Pennington's playing shortstop. There's a shot out into, what is happening? Oh, poop.
Center field?
Yeah. Shot to center field. I got a lot of lag right there. Yeah, Ballard was able to take advantage of the lag and get to third. That's high. Ball 1, 1-0. 2 outs. Winder steps off the mound. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1. Chevelle Stewart, the catcher, he's hitting .071 on the year. Pop fouled along the third baseline. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was high. 2-2. 2 outs. Men on first and third. That's in there for a called third strike. Stewart goes down on strikes. So a little bit of a gamey opportunity there, but no, they come away with nothing. Gina Torrens, 0 for 3. Hanley Dexteris, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And Buster Biggs, 0 for 3, going to face Caesar Austin, who's thrown 73 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Gina Torrens, 0 for 3 on the day, hitting .278 with an RBI.
Come on, Torrens. Takes the first pitch in there for a ball. 1-0 the count. Second pitch is strike. 1-1 the count. Torrens likes that. Hits it hard to right center. Is it going to drop? Nope. Oh, yeah, it drops right in front of Pineda. Oh, we got lucky. Right. Okay, good. You can't hold her off the board all day long, Pete.
No, sir. This guy either. 1 for 3. Hanley Dexteris with a single. Fouled off for a strike. Dexteris takes a shot, popped up into center field. Pineda makes the catch, and Torrance has to get back to first. 1 out.
Now batting the left.
All right, boy, Buster Biggs, come on in here. Do something. Buster Biggs is looking a little tense. He's 0 for 3. Horns at first base decides to go. There's a hit and run. It's going into left center. Nielsen picks it up, and Biggs finally gets on the board. Now we got 2 runners on the base, Pete. Freddie Knox coming up.
Freddie Knox 0 for 3 on the day, but as you said, we got Gina Torrance at second. We got Buster Biggs at first, both with some power. Austin's delivered his 80th pitch. That's high into left field. Everybody's got to get back. 2 outs. Runners first and second.
Dusty Witter, we got to pull him, right?
Yeah.
Going to put in a pinch hitter. Dusty Witter comes up, and they're going to take him out for a pinch hitter. Let's see who they're going to go with. A medium pressure situation here, bottom of the ninth. A home run would make this a 5-4 game, Pete, but there's 2 outs. So the fans are on their feet. Boy, they're hoping for it. I mean, could you imagine? In comes Bertha Banks. Good power. She wants to get back in. We'll see what she got here. Hopefully, Bertha could do something, Pete. She smashes that hit, but it's a line drive right to the Guado at second base, and that's the game.
Yeah.
The Wolves lose.
Again. Yeah, 0 for 5. I mean, they haven't won a game yet.
It's been stressful.
It is stressful. It's dull. It's boring baseball. I mean, there's not much happening. It's like I say, I don't know what to say outside of the, you can't win if you don't have offense. And you spend most of the game going 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3. You're not going to win a lot of baseball games doing that.
No.
Same thing with the pitching. I mean, we finally got Austin on the rocks a little bit. He was up at around 70 pitches, but he was in the 9th inning. I mean, again, I think we're still letting these pitchers off a little bit easy. I think we got to start making these guys throw a lot more pitches, which is hard because I'll tell you, to be honest, I think it seems like, I know it's a new season, new stuff, but it seems like the strike zone's a little bit different. And
and they're throwing strikes. It's hard to sit up there and take a bunch of pitches when they're coming right down the middle,
That's very true. Yeah.
Looking at the overall, I mean, there was a 1 run in the first, which was a really ugly fielding play. Then a 1 in the 7th. There was really 3 runs in the 4th. But again, look at all those zeros in the bottom for the B-Wolves. 1 run a game, except for 1 game, and they've given up at least 5 in every game they played.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just not good. And that 4th inning, I have no idea. It was like you said, unless you brought the ball over the heart of the plate. There was a couple pitches there where I think I had the corner, and they don't call it. It's like it's almost forcing you to serve up volleyballs. And it's just, you're like, well, this sucks. This is dumb.
But for the Goldcoats, Ballard goes 3 for 5, gets 2 runs himself. Pennington goes 2 for 4 and gets 2 RBIs. Stewart was 0 for 5. That was a big thing there. But Thornton was 3 for 4 with a run. Yeah.
And again, outside of that, really not bad at all. The majority of the damage was done by Ballard and Thornton.
Yeah. But then over on the B-Wolves, you got a lot of 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 0 for 4 Freddie Knox. They were hoping for something from him today.
Yeah.
Foster comes in, goes 1 for 3. Bertha Banks had 1 chance there, couldn't quite do it. Monster 0 for 3. Yeah, it's a crying shame. Pitching, Austin comes out, throws a full. No, Austin threw a full game.
Yeah, complete game against us.
9 innings, so 7 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run off him. ERA .57.
Yep, and he's 1-0 on the season. Over on the B-Wolves side, we got Harley Bender gets the loss. He went 7 innings, gave up 9 hits, 5 earned runs. He had 4 strikeouts, and his ERA's at a 5.25. He's got 2 losses on the season, while Dusty Winder came in and finished out the last 2 innings, which is nice. Again, instead of seeing 3 or 4 pitchers on that side, we only got 2, which I'll take that as a small victory,
Yeah,
Dusty
baby
Winder,
steps.
Yeah, Dusty Winder did 2 innings. Because imagine now, all of the other relief pitchers got the day off, so they'll be fully
Yeah.
rested come tomorrow. But Dusty Winder did his two innings of pitches, gave up 3 hits. He had 3 strikeouts, and his ERA is at 1.29, which is respectable. He's got 1 loss on the season, so
Yeah. We're looking at the 3 players of the game, Pete. It's all Goldcoats.
yeah, it's not a B-Wolf there. Caesar Austin, of course, the starting pitcher, the A+. So he's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang close. Caesar Austin, the starting pitcher, got the complete game. 9 innings, gave up 7 hits, 1 earned, and 2 strikeouts.
And then in second, you got the B+ right fielder, Stephen Ballard. He goes 3 for 5 on the day with 2 triples and 2 runs.
Yeah, and then out there in left field, the B+, Peyton Nielsen, only 1 for 4 with a double, but he had 3 RBIs. So he hit that big 3-run double in what was it, the 4th inning, 3rd inning?
Yeah.
So it was a 4th, yeah, because I pitched the 4th. So
It's mostly you in this one. I got 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. You got 6 hits. Way to go!
thank you, sir. I only had 3 strikeouts though. Well, that was the thing. We came up with the Harley Bender in the second, and I think I struck out the side, didn't I? And then I come
maybe.
right back up in the 4th, and I couldn't get anybody out. It's cheats.
Boy.
It's all cheats.
Post game show, yeah, it was really more of the same.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, boy.
I don't know either. I mean, so we got to do something to shake it up. I mean, they're slowly developing batting averages, which I think will help us. But,
Yeah.
But man, these guys are horrible. They're just
A lot of ground balls straight to players. A lot of fly
Yeah.
balls straight to players. Other teams seem to be able to hit it in the gap. I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, it's like we talked about. I think it was in Live from the Hive where we were saying the ball is just coming off of B-Wolf bats flat. There's no explosiveness of it. It's not traveling very fast. It's like I say, where we were saying the opponents seem to be able to hit it where we're not. We seem to be hitting it right to where they are, and it's just, and that's, I guess, a timing issue. When I go back and watch the earlier games, I can see that, especially speaking for myself, I was so slow. It was just so slow.
Huh.
So it seems like there's a timing issue at the plate, that needs to be rectified,
Yeah. Well, let me check here. We got 10 other games to let you know the scores for. You want to do those?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right. We got the first start of the Sawteeth and the Buzzards. Pete, let us know.
Sawteeth and the Buzzards. Buzzards jump out and take a lead and wind up winning 8-1.
The Heaters visit the Freebooters down at Fort Lauderdale, and it's a start with the Heaters and a finish with the Heaters, 6-3.
The Outlaws and the Platypi. Outlaws jump out to an early lead. Platypi make a return, try to make a run, but come up short, 15-7.
15-7. Wow, the Warblers visit the Jacks, and it's all Jacks, Pete, 12-3.
The Overdogs versus the Wide Loads. Overdogs. Oh, but the Wide Loads eke it out in the end, 4-3.
Sirloins visit the Grapplers. It's all Sirloins, 9-1.
Nemesis and the Blowfish. It's a tight one, but the Nemesis pull it out at 7.
Sandcats up in the Seattle area, Tacoma. The Herbisaurs 8-2 Sandcats.
Philadelphia Freedom and the Moose. The Moose take that one 5-1.
Hot Corners visit the Wild Pigs in New York, and the Pigs win it 4-2. So it looks like the standings right now, Pioneer Conference, Pete, the Pathfinder Division. You got the Moose, the new Detroit Moose, moved out there from Oakland. They're 4-2, tied with the Blowfish, the other LA team.
Yes, sir. And then in the Uncharted Division, you got the Wild Pigs kind of taking a commanding lead here at 5-1. They are a game and a half out front of the Platypi, who are in second place.
Down the Journey Division, hey, Phoenix has something to cheer about. The Sandcats are first place down there with a 5-1 record, Pete. Hit 833 with the 833 percentage. They got an 8+8 run differential, followed thereafter by the Arctics, who are 3-2.
Yeah, they must be soaking up all the offense over there, them Sandcats. Over in the Explorer Conference, the Seafarer Division, the Goldcoats maintain a half-game lead over the Jacks, purely by record. The Jacks are 4-2, and a half game behind the Goldcoats, who are 4-1.
Boy, there's a team there, Pete, who's the only team doing worse than our Buolls. The Overdogs at the bottom of the Seafarer.
Yeah, but their run differential is better than ours. They got a negative 19, while ours is a negative 20.
Yeah.
Although
boy.
the Grapplers in the Journey Division, minus 20 run differential. Hot Corners in the Uncharted Division, minus 21 run differential. Even the Platypi in the Uncharted Division, they're a minus 13. So run differential doesn't seem to be saying a whole lot so far.
Yeah. Well, in the trade division here, we got the Nemesis are 5-1 out there in Hawaii with a 20 plus 20 run differential. I think
Yeah.
is that the best run differential in the league, right?
I
The
think
Nemesis.
you maybe, yeah, they're just ahead of the Goldcoats, as a matter of fact, who are plus 19.
Yeah, followed closely by the Herbisaurs, who are 4-2.
And then down in the Curiosity Division, the Warblers at 4-2 are maintaining their half-game lead over the Sawteeth, even though they have a minus 10 run differential. The Sawteeth, on the other hand, at 3-2, like I stated, a half game behind the Warblers, but with a plus 3 run differential.
Well, our next game we're going to be hosting again here in Phoenix. Nice home stretch, hosting the Philadelphia Frontrunners, who have a 2-3 record so far in their new season. They also have a negative run differential, so maybe we got a chance here, Pete.
I hope so. That's, I mean, like you said, as bad as it is, the only thing you can do is just keep plugging along, keep swinging, keep waiting for the good pitches, just keep trying to get better every game. That's all you can do, and hopefully we'll get this thing turned around before too late. I mean, again, we are lucky that this is a 44-game season. If this was a 20-game season and we were 0-5, I'd be worried.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still worried, but it's not. Yeah. Anyway, well, it's been a long day, so
yes, sir.
we'll call it quits from here. For now, this is Tommy G.
And this is Pete J. And we're saying, don't give up the ghost, but get out of here.
Good night.